The environment is one of the most important and valuable things we have as human beings. What we do and how we do it will have a major impact on the Earth and our future generations as we know it. As we evolve as humans, we create new ways to harness energy and fully utilize this planet, but this comes at a cost. Between mining, deforestation, pollution and littering, and oil rigging, we have managed to create a problem where the cons outweigh the pros. When digging deeper into solutions and the methods behind them, Capitalogene is very fitting to address this crisis that we have encountered rather than the concept of Anthropocene. My major claim is that Capitalogene is the obvious and clear choice when it comes to the Earth and explaining its destruction. There are many reasons behind the decision to connect Capitalogene and environmental concerns rather than the dated term of Anthropocene. The evidence of pollution and the destruction of the Earth is very apparent, as Jason Moore states. Anthropocene fails to explain how the present crisis is unfolding. Anthropocene is very time-focused, whereas Capitalogene digs into the labor and the process of creating capital leading to our current issues. Cheap nature is a term used by Jason Moore that backs up exactly what is happening as our world disintegrates, because it explains how we have managed to create cheap things for low cost, not taking anything else into consideration when doing so. As long as there's a claim, there are grounds to back it up. When comparing Anthropocene and Capitalogene, there seems to be one common problem. Anthropocene never addresses who the problem has been created by. Is it the human race or climate change or global warming? With Anthropocene we will never know. This is detrimental to the argument because realistically, if there is no one to blame, there is no one to fix the problem. When speaking of Capitalogene, there are very clear and direct finger pointed at who is causing this issue. The government and the human race are to blame. As we advance as a society, the things that we have chosen to value have led to the demise of the environment and what we see as important in the long run. Humans are all about quick, easy, and cheap when it comes to everything, from food to clothing. It doesn't matter how it is made as long as it's made when we demand it. Looking into fast and cheap production today, we have brands like Shine and Forever 21 that are known as fast fashion. They are referred to as this because they are produced overseas at incredibly cheap prices with poor quality, and they are then marketed to Americans. The shirts last a month, fall apart, and then we throw them away. Quick, easy, disposable, adding to the landfills like we have more than one planet to abuse once we move on.
Most people don't think about their garbage. You know, as long as it disappears, they're happy. Our facility takes in about 250 ton of garbage a week. That's about 50 ton a day. Our job at the Vernon County landfill is to provide a service for anything that people have to get rid of. We are continually in the process of taking good land, building a landfill on it. We would recycle everything and not have a landfill if we could.
There are so many reasons that Capitalogene is so fitting. They could simply be seen by the naked eye. We watch our world on a daily basis be mistreated. From the litter on the street, to the rainforests we hack away for cheap hardwood floors, it is very apparent the impact we have. You could walk down any city sidewalk and pass by piles of garbage or overflowing trash cans. It's not a hard concept to envision considering we mindlessly walk past it daily. On that note, Anthropocene lacks any type of understanding of modern-day culture and only focuses on what it was like in the old days, so to speak, not including animal habitats, landfills overflowing, and especially the new easy we have learned to harness power. Jason Moore states well that, what culture, world ecology, and the Capitalocene show is that the battle against the capitalist production of climate change must be waged at several levels simultaneously. Building off of what Jason Moore argues, Capitalocene takes a deep look at the labor industry and the recurring problem of cheap nature. When trying to identify the proper term for many environmental concerns, Capitalocene seems to be the all-encompassing, well-rounded answer when compared to Anthropocene or any other term. Capitalocene, although specific, is still fluid and changes as we change, which is rapidly. As the world continues to develop technology and new ways of doing things, the production and explanation of capital will always be prevalent when discussing how to move forward properly. But again, it will change. New rules will come into effect for a new way to source something, etc. What is being used to create capital quickly and cheaply has also been a key factor in damaging nature through greed and disregard of the planet, causing issues like pollution and deforestation to occur, as we have seen in many pleading commercials and campaigns throughout the years. So many large companies have come under fire by activists around the world to produce their products more ethically. From coffee beans to sugarcane, the human race just wants it now. It doesn't matter how many animals are driven from their homes or killed. It doesn't matter how many millions of trees that have been growing for hundreds of years are chopped down. No one has an eye on the future of this planet or its inhabitants. This is why overall as humans we need to open our eyes and start reading into the argument of Capitalocene versus Anthropocene when addressing the state of our sad planet. The Anthropocene lacks diversity and culture and never fully explains who is at fault. Capitalocene is very specific, yet ever-changing, which is just what we need as we advance as a society and our problems change. The damage we have done is already so severe because of our lack of concern in thinking about what the future holds for the upcoming generations. Capitalocene, although harsh, is just what we need to get a start on confronting environmental concerns head-on before we destroy the only planet we have.